Glenn Beck gets it right and blows the left out of sight.
The rumor appeared.
President Poopy Pants.
President Poopy Pants, huh? Do you believe it?
Why not?
Right. A unverified, actual rumor going around. Okay, that's really frightening.
You don't want to miss the next Glenn Beck program. Today, 9 till noon on Southwest Florida's 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. When you've got big shoes to fill, you got to sock it to the left. And that's just what Clay Travis and Buck Sexton are doing right here from noon to 3.
You are plugged in completely with the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show.
I'm kind of a new listener.
I was worried when Rash passed away, but y'all are awesome.
You cannot speak the truth.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton getting it right. Noon to 3. Today on Southwest Florida's 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
By the time I was, fully addicted to methamphetamine, I was the liar, I was the cheat, I was the thief, I was all of those things, whatever it took to stay loaded. I'm 4 years clean today. I still have family members that won't talk to me.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Calling out political theft by the left. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right, all along.
Still waiting. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. For more definitive answers on Omicron, the new COVID variant that has spread worldwide, now in more than a dozen U.S. states. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy told Fox News Sunday it's still not known
whether the increased spread is being driven by greater transmissibility, or whether it's being driven by a different sensitivity to our vaccine protections or protection from prior infection.
New rules take effect today for all travelers to the U.S. They need to show a negative COVID test 1 day before departure. He had integrity and honor. That's what President Biden says about Bob Dole, calling him a dear friend, as many Republicans also pay tribute. Dole died after battling lung cancer at age 98.
I've never been prouder in my life than to have been the Republican nominee for President of the United States.
That was Dole 25 years ago when he lost to President Clinton.
He was also President Gerald Ford's running mate in his unsuccessful campaign in 1976. Wounded in combat during World War II, Dole was an advocate for veterans, playing a lead role in the establishment of a World War II memorial in Washington, D.C.
Fox's Jared Halpern. A continued crackdown in Burma. Months after a military coup, Fox's Simon Owen following this live.
A court in Burma just sentenced the country's former leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, to 4 years in prison. It's 10 months since she was removed from power by the army. One of Suu Kyi's political allies, Sarsa, was quick to condemn the sentence.
It's all fabricated lies that they brought and charges against the Aung San Suu Kyi state councillor and our president.
Suu Kyi, who is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, was convicted of incitement. She faces verdicts on further charges in the days ahead. Dave?
Simon, there are numerous reports the U.S. will announce a diplomatic boycott of the upcoming Winter Olympics in China over human rights concerns, but U.S. athletes would still participate. America's listening to Fox News.
When there's nothing left that makes any sense. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right, all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out on your Monday morning commute, it is foggy out there across all of Southwest Florida, especially across Charlotte County. If you're heading through Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, be very careful. Leave plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you. Use those low beams if you have them. Then heading through Lee County, you're going to see fog on the roads as well. Collier County starting to let up, but a little bit of a foggy start across the Naples area and Alligator Alley as well. Some of our inland locations, Ave Maria, Immokalee, and eastern Lehigh Acres definitely been dealing with some of that fog early on this morning as well. Looking good up and down 75 and 41 as far as any delays go. We have no construction to worry about as of this time of morning out on 75. Looking good on our area bridges. No major slowdowns. Just be very careful on the morning commute with the fog. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back to near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
True relief for back and neck pain. Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit LDTlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. LDTlaw.com.
Due to chip shortage, Regional Car Buying Group is coming to Fort Myers this weekend and wants to buy your car. If you want to sell your car and don't want to hassle with dealerships that won't give you what it's worth, come to the Regional Car Buying event at CenturyLink Park this weekend. Regional Car will make you a great offer and buy your car on the spot, no matter the year, make, or model. Join us at CenturyLink Park on Saturday and Sunday. All you need is your title or payoff information, a valid registration, and a photo ID. Don't forget all keys and remotes. Want more information? Go to regionalcarbuyingevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do.
And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up, DeSantistan. That's where we live, everybody. We live in a place where it's like communism here, the state of Florida. It's unbelievable with this governor. No, I'm not kidding. That's what some of the left are saying after something we talked about on Friday. And reviving the Florida State Guard, the civilian force not encumbered by the federal government is the way that the governor put it. And the left has gone absolutely out of their minds. They're just looking for any avenue that they can find to do something to damage the governor. Well, good luck with that. I mean, Nikki Fried was a part of this discussion with Joy Reid on MSNBC. We'll just play a little clip of that coming up so you can see how incredibly ridiculous it has become and what it is not. And certainly some of the things we have to touch on, which is that every time you hear someone on the left going after conservatism, going after Republicans, going after this governor, and it sounds as if it's something that they're describing that is really awful. I mean, the idea that the governor here in the state would revive the Florida State Guard and have thousands of individuals who would be at the ready for the state for emergencies and the like, but that somehow this governor would possibly use these individuals as a force against the citizens of the state. The frightening thing is not that they're suggesting that this governor would do something like that, because of course he wouldn't. But it's the flip of that, which is that be careful what you say and do, or wish for, if you will, because where we know this governor isn't looking at this at all like that. The fact that the left is bringing it up really does call attention to the fact that one day there will be a Democrat who will be the governor of the state of Florida. There will be a Democrat majority legislature in Tallahassee. When that happens, would we see something like a Charlie Christistan? I'm just trying to come up with a name that everybody recognizes. I can't even really say that it would be Charlie Crist, because Charlie Crist doesn't know if he's a Democrat, if he's a Republican, if he's a Whig party. Who knows what he is? He could be anything. But the point is that that's what I look at. When they say things like that, that's what you should be worried about, is that they will do something like that. It's kind of when it comes to voting and elections in the state of Florida and how many people love mail-in ballots. And they love that we do it here, the convenience of having mail-in in Southwest Florida, Lee County, Collier County, and the ease of election time, and how well places like Lee and Collier are run, where we don't have this rampant issue of absentee ballots, too many ballots disappearing, the worries about election integrity. The problem is that the well has already been poisoned by others who have found that mail-in ballots are the way to go to change the outcome of elections too many times around the country. That once the well is poisoned, you can't go back. And so you ultimately have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to keep it or not, and what the alternatives would be. Knowing that when a Democrat gets into office, when a liberal is in office here in Southwest Florida, all bets are off. And look, it can't stay this way forever. We need to make sure it does, and we can enforce that, or reinforce that, if you will. Maybe not enforce it. Bad thought. Reinforce the idea of a very red Southwest Florida and a very red state, and to nurture and build that, as opposed to worrying about some of the blue states and what's going on there in places like California and New York. Listen, if they're lost, they're lost. Let them drown. There's nothing you can do. Ultimately, the people will figure it out on their own. And if they're going to come over here and we strengthen the state, then listen, they'll learn by example. They'll come to the state of Florida and see how great it is here. And okay. Just an important thing. We'll talk about that more coming up. Also, Omicron. Oh, come on, give me the music. That's it. Oh! It's Omicron, everybody. That is going to be. It's awful. I cannot tell you how. Is it really? I haven't heard any really awful news on Omicron. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing more and more about how it's quite mild. I think it was even Dr. Fauci who kind of intimated the fact that it's kind of mild. But it spreads, oh boy, and it's going to be connected, and it's pulling in the common cold and all kinds of things, and we've got to do something about, whoa. We got to slow down here. Is it all about control? I mean, ultimately, is that what this is? So more audio on that over the weekend. Oh boy, there's a lot of control. You want to have masking back again, even if you're double, triple, quadruple vaccinated, even if you're walking around with an IV that's just on a wheel you're pulling along that constantly has booster in your arm. If we do that, we still have to be masked up. Is that what you're saying? Well, what are we doing here? And every time we hear multiple cases, hey, Jake the Millennial, let me just ask you a quick question. This is just common sense, because you are my beacon of common sense. That's all it is. It's just all Jake wants is Jake the Millennial in his life is common sense. It's not like he's trying to be the smartest man in the room. It's not like he's trying to be part of the intelligentsia. It's not like he wants to wear a suit and a tie every day. It's not like that. He just wants to hear the common sense, the things that make the wheels turn. And as the things that come through your ears enter that brain of the wheels turning, it doesn't clog the wheels or break the spokes or whatever the case may be, right? Just common sense. Sure. Okay, good. So on the idea of listen, I'm the same way. It's just common sense. If you were to hear about more cases, and sometimes we have heard throughout the year and the years about a spike in cases, more cases. There are people that are positive, more COVID positive cases. Not that they're dying, that they're filling up the hospitals. No. They're just positive cases. All right, you following me so far? More cases, right? Wouldn't that not necessarily be a bad thing if they're not ending up dead or in the hospital? Because that means that they're positive, which means they have natural immunity, which means the more and more people that we have that have natural immunity, the more and more those individuals and others could go out and live their lives. Does that make sense? Is that common sense? Sure. So the point is that why would somebody, this is the question, people that have been asking me, if I've got natural immunity, if I've already had COVID, why am I getting double, triple boosted and have to be masked up? Like, why is that happening? That makes sense, right? I mean, you've already got the antibodies, and why am I double and tripling? Okay. Anyway, just had that conversation over the weekend, but I'm digressing. I did want to mention this. Look, the time is coming more and more each and every day that we are losing the greatest generation. And when we talk about the greatest generation, the only people soon that will know about the greatest generation will be from word of mouth from family members or people that knew their great-grandfather, knew these individuals personally, and have been able to communicate how incredible the greatest generation was, because they won't be here any longer. And former Senator and Republican presidential candidate Bob Dole, who passed away this weekend at the age of 98, is one of those individuals. It's with a heavy heart that we announce that Senator Robert Joseph Dole died early this morning in his sleep. At his death, at age 98, he had served the United States of America faithfully for 79 years. That was the Twitter announcement from the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. I will say this about Bob Dole. There are very few people who will say negative things about Bob Dole serving this country. There's going to be a time, like I mentioned, where we will not be able to hear about these individuals, the greatest generation, unless it is by word of mouth. They will not be here. Veterans, people who we have had on this program. I talk about Honor Flight, how we love and respect Honor Flight and how amazing they are and the work that they do in getting veterans and those who have served this country in the past to see their memorials in Washington, D.C., how difficult it has been for them to get those planes off the ground and be able to visit those memorials, obviously because of COVID, but how it would be a rare occasion that Bob Dole would not be there to welcome those on Honor Flight to Washington, D.C. On the multiple flights that I've had the honor to be on these honor flights, every single time Bob Dole was there to welcome us here in Southwest Florida to those memorials. Welcome those men who served in World War II, served in Vietnam, served in Korea. That he was there with Elizabeth Dole to welcome us. He announced he had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in February. Fighting that, joined millions of Americans who face significant health challenges on their own. Served Senate Majority Leader and held the position the longest until Mitch McConnell broke his record. Almost 11 years, one of the oldest first-time presidential nominees when he ran against former President Bill Clinton in 96 at the age of 73, at a time when Bill Clinton was someone, I mean, maybe hard to believe for many. His popularity was off the charts in 96. And it was a rough go for Bob Dole. But certainly he was active on the national stage. He was someone who, like we talked about, kept his commitment to fellow war veterans well into his 90s, greeting veterans on the Honor Flight Network. Someone who was awarded 2 Purple Hearts and 2 Bronze Stars. Registered for the Army in 1942 as a second lieutenant when he was sent to Italy in 44. The following year, while attempting to rescue an Army radio man, Dole got caught in a German machine gun attack that cost him a kidney, shattered his right shoulder, damaged his neck and spine, leaving him temporarily paralyzed from the neck down. Was not believed that he would survive his injuries. Nevertheless, he did recover, never regained the ability to use his right arm. He began his political career not too long after that. And certainly somebody who is going to be remembered as a champion for the disabled and for veterans, no doubt. Spearheaded the 1990 Americans with Disability Act, worked to combat poverty and hunger, clashed with politicians on both sides, but there was no doubt, even in 2018 when George H.W. Bush passed and Robert Dole stood up from his wheelchair to give a very teary-eyed salute to the deceased president, was a powerful moment. But again, the passing of Bob Dole, 98 years old, over the weekend. And may he rest in peace. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This
all
Fox
along.
Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dartagroup.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Business economists foresee persistent inflation, sharply raising their forecast for consumer prices to rise 6% this quarter compared with a year ago, and predicting an extension of the price spikes that have resulted largely from bottlenecked supply chains. But there was an about-face for gasoline prices. The average price for regular-grade gasoline fell 2 cents over the past 2 weeks to $3.46 per gallon because of lower costs for crude oil. Crude oil futures were higher overnight. Small-cap stocks being hit hard by the COVID-19 Omicron variant. The Wall Street Journal reports that the Russell 2000 benchmark dropped 7.4% since Thanksgiving, when the fast-spreading new variant made headlines. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies fell sharply Saturday, another sign that investors were pulling back from riskier bets after this past week's stock market sell-off. Asian shares closed lower, U.S. stock futures higher overnight, and that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal G. Ingrasso, invested in you.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dartagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dartagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dartagroup.com. That's dartagroup.com, a Compass Realty broker.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
It's time to drive in first-class style in a brand-new Genesis luxury sedan or SUV. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and we're the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation for two very good reasons: our professional sales staff and our incredible selection. Like the all-new Genesis GV70, named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year, it features incredible performance, athletic styling, and superior technology. Or check out the all-new Genesis GV80, luxurious and pushes the limits of style and performance with all-road capability and show-stopping design. Also, according to J.D. Power, the G80 ranked #1 in initial quality among upper mid-size premium cars. Test drive a G80 and see for yourself. Genesis of Naples needs to be your first choice for luxury. So please visit us on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
Based on January 2021 retail sales. For J.D. Power 2021 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
You're toxic, I'm slipping under with the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic?
All right, nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Jake, nothing to worry about. I'm not asking you to start dancing or anything in the studio, but that is Toxic, the Britney Spears song. You know, have you heard Toxic? Yeah. Okay, that was being sung by a gentleman who had actual lights and a karaoke machine in a classroom. That's right. That was a substitute teacher out of Austin, Texas, the very liberal Austin, Texas. He was asked to leave the class he was teaching because he decided to sing Britney Spears' Toxic on a karaoke machine, and that's what that was. So nothing to worry about. The schools are fine all across the country. The Austin Independent School District said that the teacher was asked to leave after the first period because he wasn't following their best practices. Really? That's interesting that they noticed that. He's registered as a substitute and was placed on campus to cover class. People were like, oh, no. This is like one of these people that makes believe that they're a teacher and kind of busts in the classroom to like a kind of a spoof, like a joke. No. The guy was a real legit substitute teacher. I mean, is that what we're doing now? Is it that bad? Is that going to karaoke for teachers?
Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at Amco of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. It's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets.
block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement. It's a conservative awakening.
National Exterminators Theater presents The Godfather's Christmas Carol.
Wait, what's that? I must be dreaming.
Yeah, you're not dreaming, wise guy. It's me, Rats of the Rat.
I thought I whacked you a whiles back.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Here to warn you and the boys at National Exterminators about some special visitors tonight.
Great, now I may never get back to sleep.
Yeah, and what about me, Bugsy the Roach, the pest of Christmas past? Yeah, I'm gonna haunt you and the boys that rub me out too.
And remember us? The Anthill Mob. We're the ghosts of pests in the present. We'll be all over if you don't hire an exterminator.
And me, Godfather, Tony the Termite, the ghost of pests to come. I'm gonna chew up the place because you didn't hire National Exterminators.
I know this movie. It's just like A Christmas Carol. This can't be true, because when me and the boys at National Exterminators rub you out, you stay out.
Your Christmas Carol doesn't have to be a nightmare. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 46 No Bug. That's 46 No Bug. And from the gang at National Exterminators, Merry Christmas.
Don't miss the Well-Read Comedy Tour this Saturday and Sunday at Off the Hook Comedy Club. Trey Crowder, the liberal redneck, Corey Ryan Forrester, the Buttercream Dream, and Drew Morgan, the Ginger Ninja, have followed the campaign trail, hitting red states with hilarious, intellectual, thought-provoking comedy on society, culture, politics, and more. The Well-Read Comedy Tour, live 2 nights only this Saturday and Sunday at Off the Hook Comedy Club, Naples. This show will sell out. For tickets and showtimes, go to offthehookcomedy.com or call 389-6901.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Christmas time, and there's magic in the air. I can't promise snow here in Southwest Florida, but when I look in my grandchildren's eyes, I still see the magic of Santa Claus coming to town. I see in my mom's eyes the love of all the Christmases past, and when my wife Holly and I steal a kiss under our mistletoe, I see her eyes in the magic of a life together with our wonderful family. From our family to your family, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and may God bless you and your entire family. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949, keeping Christmas and Christ together.
For local talk, Drew now, Trey for the Drive at 5, 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Off to a very foggy start across Southwest Florida, dealing with that fog all the way throughout parts of Collier County, mostly patchy fog through the Naples area this morning. But if you're heading through Lee and Charlotte County, the fog is dense. So give yourself plenty of extra time on the morning drive. Good news is we're not seeing any crashes out there right now. No overnight construction left for the morning drive. And we're pretty clear heading out on the area bridges as far as any delays go. So you're going to just need to give yourself plenty of extra time with the fog that we're dealing with out across the area this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back to near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
At the NCH Heart Institute in Naples, Florida, we are transforming cardiac care. Offering the most subspecialties in Southwest Florida, the NCH Heart Institute was named one of America's 100 best hospitals for cardiac care for the 7th year in a row by Healthgrades. We are elevating the patient experience. We are becoming the premier destination for cardiac care. The NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash-out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, coming up at 7:05, I believe we're going to get some updates on some numbers. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. That's the address that we want you to keep for next year. Obviously, we're not going to be picking up mail now because we've hit the deadline, December 3rd, to vet the cards. But the good news is you can keep that address handy for next year. And a big thank you to Mel's Diner, all the locations for being a drop-off point this year. They've been tremendous, and so have you. And as you probably heard, we were somewhere in the 19,000 range after we heard from some businesses that were stopping by, some businesses that stopped by to Seed the Table at Livingston Airport in Naples as we did our show live, our first Fridays of the month at Seed the Table. So lots of folks dropping off, a couple of thousand plus that were dropped off there, and then we've got other places, businesses, organizations that have been dropping them off as well, and we cannot thank you enough to everybody who has been helping us with 10,000 for the troops. And so we'll get some businesses, we'll get an idea of how many have been dropped off and some of the numbers from, I think, we'll hear from you and find out what you've been able to do to help us to get to our goal. Certainly we've hit the 10,000 mark. Now we're looking at 20,000 for the troops plus. So we'll see where we end up. And then at the end of the program, We will see how we end up, as we'll hear from Kim Gade and find out what number we have, the number that will be making their way out to our men and women serving. 239-479-5592. I see a few phone calls coming in, so we'll get to those calls coming up in just a bit. Look, do we really want to get into the whole minutia of Chris Cuomo and what happened? The fascinating part about the Cuomo brothers and Fredo and his brother, the one that doesn't have a problem, I guess, killing individuals in nursing homes during a pandemic. And that, there's the two different brothers. Is that rude to say? I'm so sorry, but we probably shouldn't call it. But it is interesting that the one thing that brought them both down was not the thing that probably should have brought them down, right? And I'll get to that in just a second. So now we find out it's not a indefinite suspension for Chris Cuomo. It was a firing of Chris Cuomo, fired after reviewing documents show that Cuomo used his media sources to dig up information on his brother. We talked about that last week. And I thought it was funny how over the weekend, it was the guy that looks like Mr. Potato Head. What's his name? Brian Stelter, that guy, was on talking to Jim Acosta over the weekend. They were shocked, I tell you. It was a surprise. It was we had no idea that Chris Cuomo was anything like this. There was no indication at all that he would be. Well, there were a lot of indications that I'm going to bring up in just a second. But there you go. It's the potato guy who was talking to Jim Acosta over the weekend. Shocked. Can't believe the news, everybody.
Yes, Chris Cuomo, one of the most popular anchors at CNN, one of the best-known names in television news.
Can I just stop it? The one of the most popular anchors at CNN. That should tell you something right there. And this is the guy that's he's gone.
Violated journalistic ethics and norms.
No. Are you kidding? Wait a minute. He violated journalistic norms. Oh, we had no indication that he was doing anything like that. Well, there was September 10th, 2020, when we heard about the leaked audio of Chris Cuomo offering advice to the former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen for an interview with Cuomo's primetime colleague Aaron Burnett, the host of CNN's Out Front. Yeah, that was a little weird. There's some integrity issues there, but we didn't know that. Well, actually, we did know that. We knew that in 2020 September. That's really weird.
Not once or twice, but many times,
yeah.
And that's ultimately what is the result of today's news, Jim. As you mentioned, Cuomo just terminated by CNN this afternoon, and here's the statement from management explaining the decision.
Tell us.
Saying Chris Cuomo was suspended earlier this week, pending further evaluation of new information that came to light about his involvement with his brother's defense. We retained a respected law firm to conduct the review and have terminated him effective immediately. While in the process of that review, additional information has come to light. Despite the termination, we will investigate as appropriate. So this is a big surprise for a lot of people. Jim, I didn't expect to be on with you this evening.
It's a shock, I tell you. It's an absolute shock. Yeah, so anyway, we still don't know what the added problems were, the additional information. Boy, I can't wait to hear what that is. Oh, I wonder if we're going to find out that it's something that has to do with I don't know, what the older the other brother, the nursing home killing brother, that one. Yeah. So we've got the leaked audio part in September of 2020 about helping the Trump lawyer, former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen, do an interview, which is for integrity issues, a little sketchy. So there's that part of it. There are others. Well, look at this, September 24th, 2021. This was interesting. Chris Cuomo had been admitted to groping a woman while working at ABC News. Okay, grabbed her butt and some other things. Okay. So there's that. But listen, no indication there would be anything here. Here's where we're going. And it was who was it? It was John Nolte at Breitbart who brought up a pretty interesting aspect to this story. The fall of Fredo and the fall of Andrew is not about the fact that they did fall. It's why. The why that they fell is the fascinating part, and I think he is onto something here. So keep in mind, the why is also what's important here when you look at the lack of values that liberals, that Democrats, the Democrat Party, CNN, what they have in common. this lack of values, the idea that certain individuals get a pass constantly while they are trying to call others out, to try to make it seem like they're always the ones that are clean as the wind-driven snow, but the others are the ones that are the problem. It's just it's a constant for liberals. Andrew Cuomo wasn't forced to resign for his direct responsibility in the deaths of countless elderly New Yorkers in their assisted living centers. Thousands of these individuals died needlessly because he required them to be in those nursing homes to accept people infected with the vid. Thousands of innocent people had to die because of his decisions. Well, they didn't have to die, but they did. Andrew Cuomo was not forced to resign for lying about this policy and then covering it up. Andrew Cuomo was not forced to resign because it was discovered that he offered friends and family a concierge vid testing service when the people who needed those tests, the elderly, were dying of the vid. It's interesting how, and he puts it, that Democrats are fine with all of this. They would give him a pass on all of that. They did give him a pass on that. As long as it meant that Chris Cuomo would toe the Democrat liberal line and that Andrew Cuomo was going to be the person that could bring them this liberal utopia that they think is out there and available. All we have to do is have the right people doing it. You know, the idea that communism is great. It's just that the right people haven't done it. You don't want those despots. No, that's the problem. It's the individuals that ran those countries that were communist. No. If we did it the American way, then it would be just communism the American way, everybody. Who's with them? No, Andrew Cuomo was forced to resign because he made a bunch of left-wing women uncomfortable while hitting on them. This is John Nolte talking about this. See, if you're a Democrat, you can kill all the old Republicans you want. Just don't make the leftist ladies uncomfortable. And the same goes for CNN. Fredo wasn't whacked for violating quarantine while infected with the China flu. He wasn't whacked for staging a fake exit of his quarantine on CNN. He wasn't whacked for accepting the governor, the brother, his governor brother, the concierge testing service as elderly people were dying around New York City. No. It was because, well, apparently because he grabbed a colleague's butt. It's everything that John Nolte is trying to explain is that when it comes to the things that he should have been taken off the air for, when it comes to the things that Andrew Cuomo should have lost his job for, the left in this country is willing to always give it a pass. But there are very few things that they will look at and say, oh, that's where you're crossing the line. They're all crossing the line. Every single one of them is crossing the line. And for the left in this country, there are things that when it has to grabbing somebody's backside or other things that have to do with harassment of the certain variety that has to do with gender or genderless, who no even knows. The point is that they'll even go that far to dismiss and suggest that maybe, comebacks are possible. Right now, you might have to take a little bit of a leave, let things cool down a little bit, and then you can come back. That in and of itself is something that we would hope would be recognized, and maybe we would get to a point in the future where when you see the integrity of an office being violated, when you see journalistic integrity being violated, that would be enough to dismiss someone. And it wouldn't be a whole bunch of hall passes that allow you to get through and get past all of this Because as long as you're pushing the line and keeping the line, and as long as you're on the air and you're keeping the liberal line, as long as you're a governor who is going to push this socialist, communist, Marxist utopia and have this glimmer of hope that you can make it national, not just in the city of New York, not just in the state of New York, but across the country, then no problem. We'll make believe we didn't hear or see anything, right? We know what that is.
Bowl of doggy do.
Yes, it is. 239-479-5592. By the way, I don't have a call screen up, just so you know, Jake. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll get to... Oh, I wanted to talk about this. How safe is your password? You know, you've been thinking that, I got to do something about my password. I need to come up with something that's better. What if I were to tell you that there is a password that you could come up with where it would take 34,000 years for somebody to be able to hack into it? All right, stay with us. We'll have that coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good morning. Off to a very foggy start across southwest Florida, dealing with that fog all the way throughout parts of Collier County, mostly patchy fog through the Naples area this morning. But if you're heading through Lee and Charlotte County, the fog is dense. So give yourself plenty of extra time on the morning drive. Good news is we're not seeing any crashes out there right now. No overnight construction left for the morning drive. And we're pretty clear heading out on the area bridges as far as any delays go. So you're going to just need to give yourself plenty of extra time with the fog that we're dealing with out across the area this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, after some fog this morning, that will continue to lift out, revealing a partly cloudy sky for this afternoon as temperatures push back to 83 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility moving from south to north across some of our inland zones, but most of us should remain dry. We keep it that way as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with a mix of sun and clouds for the afternoon and another high near 83 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone who knows me knows I love holiday shopping. I mean, with the deals at Kohl's, how could I not? I got 40% off Cuddle Duds throws for movie marathons, 40% off outerwear, and got an Amazon Echo Show 8 so the kids can bake with Grandma. The best part? I saved an extra 25%, and because I spent over $50, I got an extra $10 off. What can I say? 'Tis the season for great savings. Select styles. Offers end December 8th. Some exclusions apply. Amazon coupons do not apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Yeah, so the FDA is saying now that they've got supply chain problems that could have 100+ drugs commonly used in this country in short supply. The supply chain issues. Oh, by the way, a lot of those drugs coming from, anybody want to guess what country? Let's see, Jake the millennial, you, would you like to guess? What country are we getting a lot of those drugs from? Is it coming from, China. Where? China. That is correct, sir. Give yourself a ding. Come on, give me a ding. There you go. All right, good. That's right. So, but nothing to see. Everything is fine. I mean, China's our friend, and the supply chain issues aren't China's problem. I mean, it's our problem, right? I mean, I'm just laughing because I'm not really laughing. It's not funny. Maybe coming up next hour, we'll have this conversation about how the Biden administration's Green New Deal really is China first. It's not America first. And I had this conversation last week with somebody when we were talking about climate change and the environment and what's the matter with you Republicans? What's the matter with you conservatives? You guys you hate the environment. Why can't we all get together on something so simple as this? I mean, there's polar bears that are melting into the snow, and there's Miami is underwater and all of this stuff, and we're not going to have any place to go, and it's all because... Whoa. First of all, calm down. No, I'm serious. That's how crazy this person I was talking to was getting. But there are answers that both Democrats and Republicans, if you want to go politically, there are answers that both of us can be satisfied with. Because after I had this conversation with this person who was completely off the rails about climate change and how it was conservatives that were the problem, Republicans don't care. You know, the Republicans have figured out a way to drink dirty water and breathe dirty air and survive, and Democrats can't do that. And so there's going to be a world full of, like, what is wrong with you? What are you talking about? We all live on the same, we drink the same water, and okay, but I don't have to explain it. But there is an answer, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. When I brought it up to them, they were like, you know what, I can get on board with that. And I heard myself saying this, and I was like, well, this actually sounds pretty good. What if there's a way that conservatives, Republicans, America First individuals, people who care about this country could get what they want that will be helpful to this side? And at the same time, by osmosis, if you will, by default, the greenies will get exactly what they want. Wouldn't that be weird? Yeah, I think it could happen. I'm going to posit this idea coming up in just a little bit. Also, there is a password so secure that you can do. No, this is no joke. There was a website that was studying this. There's a way that you can create a password for yourself that is so secure it would take 34,000 years for someone to be able to break it. Wouldn't you change your password if you could find something out like that? I would hope so. All right, so we'll get to that. Plus, there's we got it. Even if you're fully vaccinated, everybody, you're going to have to mask up soon. I'm not kidding. Listen.
Just briefly on this, you talk about masks. Are you saying now that if you're with people that you don't know, that we should go back routinely to wearing a mask indoors?
Yeah, what does Joe Biden's Surgeon General Vivek Murthy say to Fox News Sunday and Chris Wallace about that?
Well, certainly what we've been saying actually since the summertime is that if you are vaccinated or unvaccinated but gathered with people outside your household in indoor spaces, that wearing a mask is the recommended step to take to help reduce the potential for spread. It protects you, but it also protects the people around you.
Really? Do we have proof of that? Is there evidence that shows that to what degree of protection are we talking about? I mean, it's a pretty broad statement for the Surgeon General, Joe Biden's Surgeon General to make, right? I mean, we have the evidence that shows that it really does help. Really, how much? I mean, what are we talking about here? We can't ask that. Well, we will coming up.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Not a creature was stirring. The children and Mama were nestled in their beds while visions of brand new quartz kitchen countertops danced in their heads. No clatter arose from the lawn because this year, Papa knew Santa couldn't possibly deliver brand new countertops down the chimney. So he decided to get real. He called Rock Salad and made such a deal. Because at Rock Salad,
$9.99 gets it done.
As the Rock Salad installers drove out of sight, Papa heard Hugo say, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Your new home is calling you to live the good life, starting now. River Hall is where it all starts. A true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master-planned communities, where country club living meets the casual, barefoot Florida lifestyle. River Hall's Davis Love III Championship Golf Course is one of the top-rated courses in the Gulf Coast area, and you'll love River Hall's private oasis pools, bike paths, fitness center, tennis and bocce courts, and more. Live large with homes priced from just the 500s to the 800s from Pulte. The Pulte collection of breezy, open floor plans offers something for every lifestyle, with upscale finishes and features designed for elegant, gracious living. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com. That's liveriverhall.com.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
The signs are encouraging. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Biden advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci says about Omicron, hoping it's less severe than the Delta COVID variant. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky tells ABC's This Week.
The more mutations a single variant has, the more immunity you really need to have in order to combat that variant.
So she's urging people to get vaccinated and boosted. Omicron's confirmed in more than a dozen states, and COVID cases last week in the U.S. hit a 2-month high. There are new rules today for all travelers coming to the U.S. needing a COVID vaccine negative test within 24 hours of departure. COVID took another cruise, a stowaway on a ship that just returned. Fox's Evan Brown has more live.
Yeah, Dave, the Norwegian breakaway arrived in New Orleans Sunday after visiting Central America, and that's when departing passengers learned people who were on board had tested positive for COVID-19. 17 passengers are positive so far.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have known, we would have taken maybe a few more precautions.
Before we got off yesterday, we had to be tested. We were never told that anybody was positive.
Now, the cruise line insists those who are positive showed no symptoms, but they will quarantine, Dave.
Evan flags are at half-staff at the White House for longtime Senator Bob Dole, who died after battling cancer at 98. President Biden called him a dear friend.
Former Vice President Mike Pence wrote, Senator Bob Dole was a truly great man. Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz wrote in part, quote, our country could use more like him right about now. Legislators on both sides hope that Bob Dole's legacy will encourage reaching across the aisle and civility in Congress.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff. Dole's also remembered for his sense of humor. After losing the 1996 election to President Clinton, he was awarded the Medal of Freedom and joked he had a dream
that I would be here this historic week receiving something from the president. But I thought it would be the front door key.
America's listening to Fox News.
More than one in 3 people. Presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Off to a very foggy start across southwest Florida, dealing with that fog all the way throughout parts of Collier County, mostly patchy fog through the Naples area this morning. But if you're heading through Lee and Charlotte County, the fog is dense. So give yourself plenty of extra time on the morning drive. Good news is we're not seeing any crashes out there right now. No overnight construction left for the morning drive. And we're pretty clear heading out on the area bridges as far as any delays go. So you're going to just need to give yourself plenty of extra time with the fog that we're dealing with out across the area this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back to near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
Window World is a family-owned business, and we really mean family. And with a family-owned business, you get a business that is looking to treat everyone right. We live in this community. We want to take care of our friends and neighbors.
With our family-owned business, we are backed by a company that believes in top-quality products at the best price available. That way, more people can afford energy-saving windows and doors, as well as top-quality hurricane-rated high-impact windows that also offer you some increased security to your home.
And being backed by our parent company, we're going to be around for a long time. The guarantee Window World offers is the absolute best guarantee you are ever going to find in a window replacement company. If anything goes wrong with your new windows, Window World, that's us, and Window World Corporate will stand behind it and get it fixed.
No high pressure, no sitting in your home for hours trying to get you to make a decision right away, but simply good business to our friends and neighbors. And when we're through installing your new windows, we'll stand behind those windows with the best guarantee in the window replacement business. See for yourself. Window World, simply the best for less.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you've heard me talk about DeVoe and their long tradition with Cadillac, now serving Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated dealership for more than 50 years. Now, right from the beginning, the DeVoe family, well, they have embraced commitment to the quality that Cadillac represents. And I've owned a bunch of them in my life, and it shows. They've always stepped up as a generous corporate partner. Right now, DeVoe Cadillac is planning their All-American holiday celebration to benefit wounded warriors of Collier County. How great is that? This will be an amazing event. It has live music from the Johnny Rogers Band. That's at 4:30. Followed by top 5 voice finalist Ben Allen and his band from 6:30 to 9. Tickets are only $75. That includes food and drink. All proceeds go to Wounded Warriors of Collier County. Thanks to our friends at DeVoe Cadillac. Check them out at DeVoeCadillac.com for more information and tickets. Get to know DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right there in Naples.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do. And thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. Hey, what if I were to tell you I might have the answer when Joe Biden's Green New Deal pretty much equals China first, not America first, and what China has been able to do globally. And you talk about the Green New Deal and you're worried about climate change. Well, what if I were to tell you I can solve two different issues? One would be the issue of climate change under the direction of those who are climate change fanatics, who are saying things like, we only got 5 years, we only got 10 years, we only got 3 years. What time is it? Miami's going to be flooded. The polar bears are sinking into the ocean. All this kind of craziness. What if I told you that I could satisfy those individuals and conservatives, Republicans at the same time? I think I might have an idea on that. So we'll get to that. Also, how safe is your password? What if I were to tell you there is a password that you could do right now that would take hackers 34,000 years to break? Would you do it? It's not difficult. It's very easy, as a matter of fact. Jake was just going over it. Together we were talking about it off the air, and it's pretty much what we do now. But I'll give Jake some credit. You're the one that suggested it a few years ago. I think it was a year ago that you suggested it to me, and I've been using ever since. And then come to find out that you are a savant. You're a genius. You are someone who knew about all this, and now this website says, hey, we've been following Jake the Millennial's direction because now we're suggesting that you all do the same thing that you've been doing all along. So you've been right all along. See what I did there? See how I branded? See how wait, hold on a second. Give it to me. Yep. See how I keep everything in the brand? Jake, you were right all along, see?
Yeah.
Are you proud of that? Are you feeling good today on this Monday? That should make you feel really good that a website is actually parroting what you've been saying for years and years. Like you've been screaming from the rooftops. It's been...
Well, now that everyone knows, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to bypass.
Okay, I love how you keep it pessimistic, no matter what, no matter how high I try to take you. With
it's like
optimism.
a secret. It's a super secret that you keep.
This isn't a secret, but everybody should know it anyway.
No, they should.
Okay. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Hey, listen, 10,000 for the troops. We are very, very excited. This morning, later at the end of the program, we will have a final count from Kim Gade and everybody over at Lee Health that have been vetting all the cards for us so that we can get them out in time. Wondering what the count's going to be, so am I. But I can tell you this, there are many people, many organizations, many schools, and many school districts who have been doing incredible work, like the work that is being done at the Lee County level, Lee County schools, and Beth Broadbent, who has been amazing through all of the years that we've been doing 10,000 for the troops. And I talked about this last week, and so I thought, well, we should have Beth on today to talk about how many cards that you have brought together for the schools of Lee County. First of all, good morning, Beth.
Hi, Drew. How are you?
Oh, we are awesome. I'm excited to hear the final count coming up later on this morning. But I know that you all have been doing some great work there and people getting involved. It has been nice, right? I mean, it is something that has brought people together. You've noticed that throughout the years.
Absolutely. And we enjoy this time of year so much, just reading the cards, because we read and we vet every card. We count each card, and the ones that we can't use, the ones with glitter and things like that, we send to a local nursing home. So
that's great.
Everybody gets together and pulls together and gets this done.
Yeah, and I think that's an important aspect to this as well, is that if you think that, my cards aren't going to get there in time or they're not going to be used, oh no, they will. Every card is utilized. We are able to find ways, and Kim Gade will talk about that later on this morning as well. So please don't ever think that way. We always could use those cards, no doubt about it. So what do we've got, Beth? What's going on with you this morning?
Nothing. We got the gang all here once again, and we're so excited to give you our final count.
All right, so the final count. I wish I had a drum roll. I didn't have that ready. Jake, do we have any kind of drum rolls ready, or can you do one with your mouth, like a fake one? Can you do a fake drum roll, Jake, at all? Any kind of sound effect you do? Hold on, he's going to pull something up quick. Here we go. All right, let's see what he's got. All right, hold on. He's got it. He doesn't have it. He has it. He doesn't have it. He's got it. He doesn't have it. He's got it. Here it is. Okay. Go ahead. Give it to us.
19,361 cards.
Woo! 19,361 1,361 cards. All right, from the school district of Lee County. That is amazing. What a great job. And the schools of Lee County have been doing this for a long time, and it is incredible how you all come together. And Beth, it's great. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate it. And everybody who's listening in the background, too. How many are there? Who's with you, Beth?
There's 6 of us.
6, all right.
Christine, we got Barbara, we got John, we got Bunny, and we got Melody.
All right. Well, we love and appreciate you all, and thank you so much for getting those cards together. We appreciate it, as we are going to break 20 and then some, and who knows how far we will go. All right.
Yeah,
get back to work.
Bar next year.
All right. You bet. We're looking forward. All right. Get back to work, everybody. I got to get back to work as well. All right. Love and appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Breath Broadbent and everybody over at Lee Schools for helping out. Thank you so much. And to all of you, we'll have more to talk about this morning, so stay right there. All right, what did I want to get to? Okay, I guess I can mention this. Joe Biden, what was it, at the Kennedy honors, and he had a couple of things to say about the arts, and I thought this was a funny comment he made over the weekend. Joe Biden, President of the United States, talking about Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Did you hear this?
And Reverend Rutter, thank you, and members of the board and all the supporters of the Kennedy Center. It's wonderful to see Speaker Pelosi. I'm mildly prejudiced. I think she's the finest speaker in the history of the country. a true...
Sorry. Carry go.
Genuine champion of the arts. A true, genuine champion of the arts.
She is a champion of the arts. There's no doubt about it. The art of having that many containers filled with ice cream in one freezer cannot be, we cannot define the art enough of being able to do that. Thank you to Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The finest speaker. It's a
bowl of doggy doo.
Yeah, I kind of thinking it is. But there you go. A little bit of Joe Biden. Over the weekend with the Kennedy Center, and oh boy, talk about the arts. She does have an art of doing something. But there's other audio that we'll get to Joe Biden and some of the things that he was asked and said as well. But I did think that this was interesting. An article out of Breitbart: Biden's Green New Deal equals China first. It was James Pinkerton that was talking about how, listen, a year ago, this country, America, was energy independent. Now gas prices have skyrocketed. People are paying more at the pump compared to this time last year. High energy costs hurt everybody, a direct result of the mindless decisions made by this president. Make no mistake about it. Always focus on that. These issues that we have with energy and prices and inflation and supply chains are all a product of this administration. Period. Full stop. You can't argue with it. I mean, you can if you want to, but you would be a leftist who doesn't have a problem with this because there's an ideological progressive point to all of the things that you're doing. Because this is a march towards leftism, towards Marxism, that you don't have a problem if people even lose elections. As long as that motive and that movement keeps going that direction, you're fine with it. And, you know, there's now been talk from the Democrat Party. Actually, the campaign platform was talking about this in 2020. We agree with scientists and public health experts that the U.S. and the world must achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions as soon as possible and no later than 2050. And, you know, we have all of these things that we talk about with net zero greenhouse gases and how the world is going to be able to accomplish this and how ridiculous it is because you have China. China's still building coal power plants. There's no way that you're going to be able to compensate with that. The only way that you can compensate for the fact that China is saying, we're not doing anything like that. We're pretty much in the business of taking over your country and globally. And so you think we're going to do the things that are going to destroy our economy? Good luck with that. The only way that you can do anything when it comes to China and these coal power plants is to hurt America and our fuel plants and the things that we do to compensate for the destruction that they're doing means that we have to destroy our business, our plants, our country. That's crazy. But yet Marxists, Democrats, leftists, all the same, this is what they want to accomplish. They don't have a problem with that because that is the goal. We're trying to get to a place that they don't care how many political bodies are left behind. They don't care what's left behind as long as that goal is achieved. That's all that matters. Now, I had this conversation with somebody last week, and I thought, well, this really could work. But you'll see quickly how nobody will listen to what I'm about to say. But you will, because, well, you're listening to the program. You kind of don't have a choice. So what if I were to tell you that maybe there is a way that everybody can get their side, something accomplished? And it's really simple. I mean, it's a difficult task ultimately, because you have to have willing partnerships. But this screaming of bipartisanship and this is what we need, what if we have it in this issue of energy prices, inflation, of climate change, of jobs? What if I could tell you we could satisfy all of this in one fell swoop? And here it is. China's not going to stop building coal plants. They're not going to do anything that's going to even suggest that they're looking at net zero greenhouse gas emissions. They're not going to. When you understand that to create an iPhone or a pen or a cup or a tabletop or anything else that comes from China, which is just about everything, that in the manufacturing chain, if it's made in America, but the parts come from China, you're not ever going to be able to hit net zero. It's impossible. And the left knows this, because in the chain, there are countries that are creating elements, parts, ingredients to your products that are not going to be net zero. So the idea of hitting net zero is an impossibility as long as China exists the way it does and doing the things that they do. So how do you eliminate that? It's really simple. Are you ready for the answer? It deserves a big reveal. Here we go. Bring manufacturing back to the United States. I know it sounds simple, it sounds silly, it sounds like something that has been talked about before, but hold on a second, hold on. Follow me on this. An ambitious plan, let's say it's a 10-year plan, an ambitious 10-year plan to bring manufacturing back to the United States. What does that accomplish? Listen to me, this is an angle and a side that people didn't think about before. And one that you can talk to your crazy climate change friends and go, I got the answer. If we had an ambitious plan to bring manufacturing that we have ceded to China back to the United States, and on top of that, go to other countries that are friendly to the United States to supplement, but mostly to bring that manufacturing back to the United States, you accomplish two things. You stop giving a country that despises us the wealth that they've been gathering up to destroy us. Xi Jinping is a communist. He is now espousing the Communist Party and the language of the Chinese Communist Party, which is, listen, we are not about free market capitalism. We're about taking that, controlling it, taking the wealth, and then ultimately using that wealth to destroy others. So you would take that away from China. You would then be able to bring the products back to the United States, made in America, creating jobs like you've never seen, a renaissance of jobs like we've never seen before, back into the United States. Some might even say that, well, if there's nobody that wants to do the jobs, then maybe we would be able to bring others to come into the country to employ them. There would be a reason for them to be here, to be part of the engine of the United States, not living off the tax dollars in the United States, but actually being the engine of the United States and helping. You bring that manufacturing back. And then guess what, all you greenies out there, all the climate change crazies? You've now eliminated the possibility that China would be doing anything to not help you get to achieve that net zero greenhouse gas emissions. Because now you would have American-made products, the ability to see and help to create clean energy to make these products here in the country. And then you would eliminate the possibility of a country like China that's going to ignore all of that. You would take that out of the equation. That seems like a win. Now, there are certainly areas that you have to get past to be able to do this. For example, Kat's in Naples and brings up a very important point. How are you this morning?
I am great. How are you?
Good. So what's your point there, Kat?
Well, my point is I think that manufacturing here would be a swell idea, but what are you going to do about the unions that like to go on strike?
Yeah, well, we're going to have to deal with that in parts. I would say that if the American people understand that there are no options, that the Made in America is where it's at in 10 years, let's say this ambitious plan to bring these manufacturing plants back to the country, that it's all happening here, then I would suggest that politically the American people would not allow unions to get in the way and stand when it comes to the products that they enjoy and that they're looking at, so that there would be a political surge of people who would be against that.
But look how many years and years and years that unions have gotten in the way.
Yeah. Well,
look at how many years it's happened.
Well, we are, but I would say that we are a different country right now. We are at a different place when it comes to unions. We are at a different place when it comes to the discussion about what unions are beneficial for and what they're not beneficial for. And if you're looking at certain unions that are taking from states that are literally draining states dry of money and the possibility to keep funding and keep going. Well, whoa, what is that? Is that a truck that just drove by? All right, well then you're looking at a situation, Kat, where you're talking about a state that, listen, if there's a particular state that has unions that are going to have issues like that, then the manufacturing would be in states that would be more friendly to the possibility of keeping that kind of issue away from the state. I think the states could handle this. And listen, thanks for the call, Kat. I appreciate it. Look, there's things that have to be tweaked about this. It's not perfect. Nothing is. Like John. Here's John in Fort Myers. Can't do it. Look, this is right. John says it can't. Impossible.
You're nuts. It's impossible. If we did what you were suggesting, we'd have to what? Open a pipeline in Pennsylvania or something like that? That would be ridiculous. We can't do that. Just ask AOC. Or what about the price of sneakers? LeBron James would lose so much money if we did what you recommended.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
You're being silly.
So what, that LeBron James wouldn't be able to make money on his sneakers? Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are we going to do? Open a pipeline in Pennsylvania? Come on.
Yeah. John, here, I like your attitude. Again,
Thank you.
You
Thank you. You see my vision now, right?
Yeah,
you
I do.
understand the fault in your logic.
Yeah, and to that, I would say that I would like more people to push back against those individuals with ideas like this. In other words, instead of saying things like "can't be done," impossible. Yeah, well, believe me, when it comes to Democrats, they will take the impossible, like making us the communist Marxist nation, and make it possible and happen. So why is it that we cede all of that ground to liberals, Democrats, crazy climate control, climate change people, and we cede to all of their craziness and Green New Deals and everything else and carbon neutral by these dates and everything else? We cede all of that territory. But yet when there are answers that are like what I'm suggesting, that all of a sudden we all clam up, like, oh, well, it can't be done. We can't do really?
Answers require independent thought. Do you want to get canceled for an independent thought? Again, you're being silly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Okay, there goes John. I'm not allowed to think logic. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Good morning. Off to a very...
Yeah, I think I'm just saying, I think it's a brilliant idea. It's something that we should be able to discuss. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I know she was in the middle of that. All right, we'll get back to her later. All right, sorry, Therese. We'll get back to you. And I wasn't done talking yet. Okay. It's not her fault. It's mine. It's always my fault. Ask my wife. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
News you need. The host you trust. Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Taxes are never fun to talk about. But now, more than ever, it is super important to have a plan to make sure you mitigate how much taxes you owe. Ty Lassiter here of Key City Capital to explain more. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth, and planning for tax is one of the most important ways that we can do that. The fourth quarter is a crucial time to make decisions to ensure that you have the lowest tax bill possible. Key City Capital has a tremendous track record of saving our clients up to 30% or more a year on their tax bill.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com. Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
National Exterminators Theater presents The Godfather's Christmas Carol.
Wait, what's that? I must be dreaming.
Yeah, you're not dreaming, wise guy. It's me, Rats of the Rat.
I thought I whacked you a whiles back.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Here to warn you and the boys at National Exterminators about some special visitors tonight.
Great, now I may never get back to sleep.
Yeah, and what about me, Bugsy the Roach, the pest of Christmas past? Yeah, I'm gonna haunt you and the boys that rub me out too.
And remember us? The Anthill Mob. We're the ghosts of pests in the present. We'll be all over if you don't hire an exterminator.
And me, Godfather, Tony the Termite, the ghost of pests to come. I'm gonna chew up the place because you didn't hire National Exterminators.
I know this movie. It's just like A Christmas Carol. This can't be true, because when me and the boys at National Exterminators rub you out, you stay out.
Your Christmas Carol doesn't have to be a nightmare. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 46 No Bug. That's 46 No Bug. And from the gang at National Exterminators, Merry Christmas.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. For 30 years, we have been offering the best warranties in the industry. Remember, D.R. Martineau Roofing. Integrity, knowledge, service. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Off to a very foggy start across southwest Florida, dealing with that fog all the way throughout parts of Collier County, mostly patchy fog through the Naples area this morning. But if you're heading through Lee and Charlotte County, the fog is dense. So give yourself plenty of extra time on the morning drive. Good news is we're not seeing any crashes out there right now. No overnight construction left for the morning drive. And we're pretty clear heading out on the area bridges as far as any delays go. So you're going to just need to give yourself plenty of extra time with the fog that we're dealing with out across the area this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back to near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Wow. Go for Cornerstone.
What a Christmas.
Speak up, Elf. What is wrong?
Polar vortex and a toy shortage.
Oh, hold on. Nothing's going to stop Christmas.
What about the super polar vortex?
Rudolph's nose will cut through even the soupiest weather.
But the toy parts are running late, Santa.
This year, Santa's helpers have helpers. Closet Factory's Closeteers. Their organizational magic will surely save Christmas. At least I hope so.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Hey, it's Trey Radel. I've shared with you that I've been seeing Dr. France now for more than 10 years, and I trust him with my eyes. I trust his team. Part of the reason that I love Dr. France's office is because they always have the latest technology. So if you have any issues with your eyes, especially if you're starting to get a blurry view, go get your eyes checked out for cataracts, because Dr. France and his team will take care of you. They will determine the best lens technology for your eyes in order to enhance the results of your cataract surgery. So maybe you need clear vision at near, far, in between distances, or extended depth of focus. They will find you the right solution. Call France Eye Care today to schedule your cataract evaluation. Just use your cell phone and dial star 2020. Again, star 2020, or give them a shout at 239-418-0999.
Friends, I care.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now, or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioad.com, again, thatradioad.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioad@gmail.com, thatradioad@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, but one thing is for sure. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and by appointment only in Dadeland. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, coming up later on this morning at about 8:40 or so in the last half hour of the program, we will get with Kim Gade and Lee Health and find out what number we have. The final tally for 10,000 for the troops. And we thank you so much, Southwest Florida, for being involved. Church organizations, schools, businesses, dropping them off at Mel's Diner locations. Thanks to Mel's Diner and to you for being a part of this. So we will have a final count. We'll find out 10,000 for the troops coming up at about 8:40, 8:45, something like that. So stick around for that for sure. Also coming up, DeSantistan. That's right. This could be the worst place in the world, not just the country, but the world to live in because of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. That's right. He's proposing a revival of the Florida State Guard. It was dissolved in 1947, and only this governor would have it in his mind to revive the Florida State Guard so that he can have troops at his whim to go out on the streets of Southwest Florida or any other community and to do things that are unspeakable, to hold people down, to do no. That's not. Well, that's what the left is saying that he's going to do. And it was Joy Reid who coined the phrase DeSantistan, and it seems to be sticking with some people, certain individuals who, for some reason, believe that I don't know that this is the right way to think. That somehow, some way, that it's going to be a situation where it's going to help them politically. I can't think of who that would be.
Marijuana?
Oh, that's Nikki Fried. That's right. Nikki Fried, who's someone who's running for the governorship of the state of Florida, who was on with Joy Reid at the time, who believes as well that we're going to run with this DeSantistan troops that are going to be at his whim, a civilian force that will be used to... I'll play the audio coming up. It's ridiculous. Okay. By the way, in about 10 more minutes, this is not ridiculous. This is always fun. It is Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics and more you could write. The higher the degree, we'll see if you earn a PhD. A lot of people wait all day long for just this moment to play and win. And today we have, once again, breakfast for 2, gift certificates, a $35 value at Alda's Restaurant and Bar, Alda's Diner. We love it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a great place if you want to talk politics and eat. I love Alda's Diner, and it's at Vanderbilt Beach Road in 951. So Alda's Diner, gift certificates for you just for playing Drew's College, 10 minutes away. All right, I've been teasing this long enough. Let's get to it. How safe is your password? Jake, how safe do you feel your password is? You feeling pretty comfortable?
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Yeah, you're getting a little cocky there, Mr. Friend, aren't you?
Good luck.
Yeah, you are. Look at you. You got a good look going on there. It's a good look when somebody like Jake the Millennial, says to me about a year ago, I've got a way for you to keep your computer safe and some of the other things that you have in your world, and this is what you should do to keep it safe. And I said, okay, I trust Jake when it comes to things that have to do with World of War Part 7, blowing up the planet and zombies, video games. And I also trust him when it comes to some of the other things that he keeps an eye on. He's constantly on the computer. If you're somebody who's on the computer as much as Jake is, chances are you figured out ways to keep that yourself safe with passwords and stuff. And he's exactly right. So Statista... I don't know if you know who Statista is. They had a story out from security.org, a website, that is saying, listen, if you feel like your password is safe, it's probably not. And that it is easy for people to crack your unique password. And they have a way to make it so that it would take 34,000 years for somebody to crack your code, to break into your password. Let's see. While the added time in this case is definitely not good enough to end up with a satisfactory password, the high security gains of using characters other than lowercase letters can be multiplied. So they're going through all of this and saying you may think that a couple of words and maybe a couple of characters or one character is enough, but it's not. So are you ready to go? Here is the answer. The answer that Jake knew all along. He was right all along, on brand. Thank you very much. And now we come to find out is important for you. What you need, everybody. And look, it's going to take a little while longer to come up with this. But according to the security website, a 12-character password with one uppercase letter, one number, and one symbol is almost unbreakable, taking a computer 34,000 years to crack. It happens because when you use more types of characters, the potential combinations making up the password increase exponentially. So you can figure this out. Make it, how did you describe it, Jake? Like almost like making a pattern on your keyboard. Like it's almost like, don't think of it as numbers and letters sometimes. Think of it as a pattern that you would use as you're looking at the keyboard.
Just as long as it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. You don't want to do that. And you don't want
to, try not to.
And I know some people are like, well, how am I going to do that? I want to make it simple. I just want to use like my mother's maiden name followed by, no, don't do that. That's exactly what they want you to do. So the idea is to come up with a 12-character password and just use one uppercase letter, one number, and one symbol. That's it. And then it's almost unbreakable. So when you think about it, if you get that done, that's a good way to keep yourself secure. I like it.
It can help.
It can help.
Because we won't be around for 30,000 years, so.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, is that 30? You don't think we'll be around 34,000 years? Yeah, no,
definitely not.
Yeah, no.
The human race, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope so.
No, the AI, it's the other way around now. We're just going to be replaced by all of these crazy Boston Dynamic robot things going on, right? Isn't that what we're looking at right now? Didn't they just create? Wasn't it last week that scientists were excited because they figured out the first AI? What was it? Like a germ or something that could reproduce?
It's great. We're just one step closer to iRobot.
That's it. And then off we go. But who's to say that's not where we are right now? Who's to say we're not an AI creation of somebody from a long time ago that germinated a... This is just ridiculous. Okay, that's for Ian Hicken, and that's for Ian and Trey. Don't they talk about that stuff at night?
Well, yeah, they do.
That's their thing, right? Especially Ian, right? Isn't that the extraterrestrial and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think he's still trying to contact extraterrestrial life.
I think he does that a lot.
Yeah, he's like got radio towers.
Well, he's got that cell phone at.
It's a radio.
That's really what it is. Who's to say that Ian's not actually in contact with them already? I think the president said it best when he said,
"True international average of pressure."
I just wanted to play that clip. That's really all it is. All right, we got to stop with that. All right, let's talk about this. DeSantistan. What is this? Okay, so we've got the suggestion now that because the governor announced a $3.5 million proposal to resurrect the civilian military force first used during World War II, as the National Guard's ranks were depleted due to the war effort, and we would be the 23rd state with a state guard. The 23rd state that's going to be doing this. So not the first, not the only, not that somehow this is an evil governor with bad intent. No. The 23rd state to do this. And the governor's thinking on all of this is very simple. We just want to lessen our reliance on the resources of the federal government. If there's a disaster, we can do a lot of this ourselves. Hurricanes and floods. These are things that we're looking at. And we can do this on our own. And we could also have the Florida Guard be able to assist Florida law enforcement in policing protests, cracking down on riots. You know, we want to have law and order and peace in the state. But somehow you have the Marxist, leftists, Democrats, all the same, that are suggesting that The governor's out of control. It's DeSantistan, I tell you. It's this despot.
And I think, and this is a time when the media needs to see what we see, take history into account. What he's doing there is not normal. It is not what 20 other some odd states are doing. It is different.
Oh.
And people are starting to call it DeSantistan. He is setting up something down there that ain't right, and people need to pay attention to it.
Really, what is it? What is he setting up that's not right? Tell us what it is exactly. $87 million to expand the existing readiness center in Miramar, to establish 3 new armories in Homestead, Gainesville, and one other location I've never heard of, Malabar. $8.9 million for existing armory maintenance, $2.2 million for a new headquarters for the National Guard counter-drug program, $5 million to support Florida National Guardsmen seeking higher education degrees, $3.5 million to establish the Florida State Guard. Funding to bolster the National Guard and to support the education of kids of deceased service members. There's a lot here. Now, I bring this up because when you see it and you hear it and you know it, then you can't ever forget it. It is something that will be on your brain all the time. It's like when you see something that you can't unsee. I'm trying to think. What's something in life that you've witnessed before, that you've seen, that you can't unsee, and now every time it comes up, you go right to that picture and you can't unsee it anymore. Is it the obvious?
No, you can never guess what popped in my head.
All right, I can guess. Is it the obvious? Is it too many individuals wearing a Speedo on Fort Myers Beach that shouldn't be wearing Speedos that really have no business wearing a Speedo?
Are we talking about an unsettling picture or something that brings me gut-wrenching? Or are we talking about something that's just like so prominent that it's what the Super Bowl with Justin Timberlake and
Oh, there's that again. You do realize that Justin Timberlake has ruined not one but 2 different individuals' lives, both Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, and he's being canceled. That's a true story.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake now is being canceled by the left because not only did he ruin Britney's life, but he also ruined Janet Jackson's life. That's a whole other story, but that's not what I was talking about. The Speedo would have been fine. But anyway, I digress. Here's the point. The left, Joy Reid, MSNBC, they're the ones who, if they were in charge of the state of Florida, who, if they got the power in the Florida legislature and the governor's house here in the state of Florida, they would be the ones to use the power of the Florida State Guard against citizens. They're the ones that would do the things that they are describing that this governor or anybody else, conservative or Republican, would do. The facts are obvious. That every time you hear someone on the left in media going after this governor and suggesting that somehow this is DeSantistan, it's
20 other some odd states are doing. It is different. And people are starting to call it DeSantistan. He is setting up something down there that ain't right.
Really? You do realize that that's all to try to get the governor dinged up and possibly out of office, or if he runs in 24, to ding him up a little bit as if he's doing anything wrong, which he's not. But you certainly know that the left would be more than happy to do the things that Joy Reid is describing, because that's what they do. I know, it's crazy. That's awful to say, Drew. How dare you say something like that? Well, prove me wrong. 239-479-5592. Right now, prove me right that you, calling right now, 239-479-5592, will play Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And prove me right. You will win. You will win breakfast for 2, $35 value. The Alda's Restaurant and Bar, Alda's Diner, in Naples, Vanderbilt Beach Road, in 951. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a great place to eat. And you will win. You will prove me right, just by being caller number 9 right now. We'll play Drew's College coming up next. Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here is Therese O'Shea.
Heading out right now through Charlotte County, we're still dealing with major backups along State Road 31 because of a deadly crash south of the intersection of Vermont Road. So avoid the area for the time being. Your alternate routes are going to be 75 and 41. take US 17 as well to head farther north of Vermont in that area. Otherwise, we are just dealing with some very dense fog across much of southwest Florida, especially throughout Charlotte and Lee counties this morning. So take your time on the morning drive. Heading through Bonita Springs, we have a crash we're watching right near Bonita Springs High School on Imperial Parkway. Another crash also on State Road 82 at Daniels Parkway. Seeing delays out there right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, after some fog this morning, that will continue to lift out, revealing a partly cloudy sky for this afternoon as temperatures push back to 83 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility moving from south to north across some of our inland zones, but most of us should remain dry. We keep it that way as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with a mix of sun and clouds for the afternoon and another high near 83 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach, and I want to share some thoughts with you as we head into the holiday season. It's been a tough year for our country. We're 2 years into a global pandemic. We've witnessed an escalation of racial tensions culminating in riots around the country, deepening partisan divisions, and assaults on our basic freedoms. It's also been a tough year for families, as inflation has reached a 30-year high and the cost of consumer goods has soared. But these dark clouds have a silver lining. For me, COVID helped bring into sharper focus those things that truly matter in life: faith, family, friends. Everything else pales in comparison. So this season, I'd encourage you to think about what matters most. Spend a little more time with your loved ones, hug your kids a little tighter, and appreciate that every day is truly a miracle. This is Spencer Roach, and I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous new year filled with hope for the future. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Dave. Dave's in Naples. Hey, Dave, how are you today?
I'm great. Good morning. Thanks.
Good morning. All right, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD or associate's degree question. Sir, starts right now. Let's see. Do you remember Ron DeSantis defeated a Democrat to be the governor of the great state of Florida? Do you remember who that Democrat was?
Yeah, it was Gilliam, the guy in the, I saw pictures on the internet.
Yeah, Gilliam that has pictures on the internet. Kids, don't look that up. Okay, that is correct. All right, so you got an associate's. See if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. What's the highest court in the United States?
Supreme Court.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. Who was the second president of the United States?
John Adams.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's. Let's see if you get a PhD on this question. Who was the first Roman Catholic to be to be the president of the United States?
JFK.
That is correct, sir. Man, he's good. Do you want to add a bonus multiple choice? No, okay, I don't know what we're doing here. Well, congratulations. You went so fast. I wasn't even ready for that. And Jake was like, is spinning around for the answers for the bell. Congratulations. You got a PhD today on Drew's College, so you got yourself that. You should be very happy. And you also got that gift certificate, breakfast for two there at Alda's Diner, Alda's Restaurant and Bar at Vanderbilt Beach and 951. So a big congratulations. Stay there, okay, Dave?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, back at you. Stay bright. 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
.5 Fox News. Right all along. Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myshowerdor.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. I'm a long way from my hometown in Frenchburg, Kentucky, but I'm not far away from the values that I learned there. Take responsibility, work hard, do a great job, and treat people right. The world has gotten crazy, but I want you to know that when you step into our dental office, we follow those same values that I grew up with. That will never change. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Getting it right. All day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
It wouldn't be like 1980. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. There are numerous reports the U.S. may impose a diplomatic boycott on the Winter Olympics in China over human rights concerns. U.S. athletes would still go to compete in February, unlike the 1980 full boycott of the Summer Olympics in Moscow. China is already reacting. Fox's Simon Owen has that live.
Dave, China is preemptively threatening what it calls firm countermeasures. A spokesperson at the Foreign Ministry in Beijing said a boycott would be an outright political provocation. He accused U.S. politicians of grandstanding over the issue. Members of Congress are pressing the White House to skip the games after the U.S. accused China of an ongoing genocide against minority Muslims. Dave?
Simon, a further crackdown by Burma's military after a coup this year, convicting deposed and jailed leader Aung San Suu Kyi of numerous alleged crimes in what the UN calls a sham trial. Suu Kyi won a Nobel Peace Prize for suffering years of house arrest under Burma's military rule, then becoming elected leader after being freed. The Omicron COVID variant keeps spreading, confirmed in at least 17 states.
I certainly am concerned about the possibility that this is going to spread, more easily than other variants.
Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy tells Fox News Sunday it's still too early to know how severe it'll be, but Dr. Anthony Fauci says there are encouraging signs Omicron may not be as bad as Delta. As of today,
U.S. citizens and foreign nationals coming in by air from overseas must show proof of a negative COVID test taken within 24 hours of travel.
That's Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Flags are at half-staff at the White House and at government buildings for Bob Dole, a wounded World War II veteran turned Senate leader and Republican presidential candidate in 1996. The president called him a dear friend. Dole died at age 98 after a battle with lung cancer. America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through Charlotte County, we're still dealing with major backups along State Road 31 because of a deadly crash south of the intersection of Vermont Road. So avoid the area for the time being. Your alternate routes are going to be 75 and 41. You take US 17 as well to head farther north of Vermont in that area. Otherwise, we are just dealing with some very dense fog across much of southwest Florida, especially throughout Charlotte and Lee counties this morning. So take your time on the morning drive. Heading through Bonita Springs, we have a crash we're watching right near Bonita Springs High School on Imperial Parkway. Another crash also on State Road 82 at Daniels Parkway. Seeing delays out there right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Only New South offers true factory direct windows to you. Only New South has award-winning windows that are made and designed specifically for our Florida weather. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. These are high-performance, energy-efficient windows, and now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com or call for your factory direct pricing.
Call now, 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
This is a message from Men's Health Partners. You've heard us on the radio, you've watched our commercials on TV, and you've seen us in the newspaper, so you know what we do. We are a men's health facility and are licensed providers specializing in treating erectile dysfunction, Peyronie's disease, low testosterone, and, well, you get it, all the things that a man needs to get that mojo back. That's what we do, all day, every day. And while you were just listening to our ads, we've been busy helping other men restore their happy, healthy life. While you were only watching our commercials, these men took action, met with our providers, and solved their problem. Now they have intimacy back, and life is better than ever. Guys, don't wait until it's too late. And ladies, don't let your man put it off another day. Do something about it now.
To speak with a care professional immediately, call 317-7777 or menshealthpartners.com. 317-7777.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you've heard me talk about DeVoe and their long tradition with Cadillac, now serving Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated dealership for more than 50 years. Now, right from the beginning, the DeVoe family, well, they have embraced commitment to the quality that Cadillac represents. And I've owned a bunch of them in my life, and it shows. They've always stepped up as a generous corporate partner. Right now, DeVoe Cadillac is planning their all-American holiday celebration to benefit wounded warriors of Collier County. How great is that? This will be an amazing event. It has live music from the Johnny Rogers Band. That's at 4:30. Followed by top 5 voice finalist Ben Allen and his band from 6:30 to 9. Tickets are only $75. That includes food and drink. All proceeds go to Wounded Warriors of Collier County. Thanks to our friends at DeVoe Cadillac. Check them out at DeVoeCadillac.com for more information and tickets. Get to know DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right there in Naples.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do.
Thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Maybe you need to come in and do this. So this is good. This is live radio. This is what happens. So my computer crashed. So Jake the Millennial is now working on that as I speak to you. Yeah, I don't know how it's there. But that's what you do, and so all I need to do is figure out how to make that all pop up, and that's the catch. I guess I could go one by one, so if I can't do that, but anyway, yeah, a little computer crash, so we're trying to work on that. So if you're watching at drewsteele.com, you're actually seeing Jake right next to me working the computers, working everything so we can make this possibly the greatest broadcast in the Marconi winning. Oh, look at this! You did it! You did it! Look at this! My baby boy is growing up. Look at you! You did it. I can't believe it. And I'm just, and all I did is messed it up. And I messed it all up. Okay, it's all right. Don't panic. I messed it up. I'll make it right. Okay, there it is. Okay, good. All right, everything's back. All right, 10,000 for the troops coming up in about 45 minutes. We will have the final count. Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health working hard to vet the cards and get all the numbers together. And so we will have a final count, the number, coming up in about 45 minutes. Looking forward to that. Thank you to everybody helping out. We do appreciate it. So that is on the way. Now, just in case you're wondering, I just want to follow a couple of things here. You know, the last week, the Supreme Court and some of the oral arguments and some of the things going on with the Roe v. Wade decision and the Mississippi abortion case and did show a lot of different sides of the debates that are happening here in the country. Some of what we might and may or may not see in the months and the years to come. But there is one thing that is for sure, and it is that when it comes to the red wave in 22, Democrats are talking about this a lot. And they are seeing the same things that we're seeing. They can't keep leaning on a media that is falling apart by the day. When we now have Fredo Cuomo, who is out, he's gone, and so you have that situation. When you have Fredo, who we know is somebody who's been suspect anyway, when it comes to his journalistic integrity. Many people have talked about that, right? I mean, we've known this for a while. It's one of those situations where
I can handle things. I'm smart.
Yeah, he's smart. And so when we see that happening and the journalistic integrity going away, but yet they're still going to do what they do. They can do that all they want, but the American people see this. They know who they're supporting. They know which party they support. They know whether it's the Trump-Russia collusion hoax or anything that was going on with the impeachment of the former president or anything that has to do with protecting certain individuals like Hillary Clinton and any of these scandals, the many, many scandals that have taken place.
I'm really offended personally.
I know. That we know where they stand. But we also see what has been happening, and we get now to make a call, make a decision on that. When we see what's going on with the vid, when we see the changing, the back and forth of the things that are being discussed, when we come to find out that you have the Surgeon General of the United States, Vivek Murthy, who was telling vaccinated individuals this weekend on Chris Wallace's program when it comes to double and triple and quadruple boosters and vaccinations, we still got to worry about wearing masks indoors?
Indoors? Well, certainly what we've been saying actually since the summer time is that if you are vaccinated or unvaccinated but gathered with people outside your household in indoor spaces, that wearing a mask is the recommended step to take.
Okay, it's a recommended step to take. Well, why? The science and the evidence wouldn't back you up on this. we have a Dr. Fauci, who the king is now telling us, well, the president Fauci is now telling us and is pointing out to State of the Union and Jake Tapper's program on CNN that, listen, we know for years what's going on with this COVID strain and what we need to do about the variant that, where did it come from?
Is that the vaccines that we are distributing now in the United States and throughout the world are directed against the original ancestral or Wuhan strain.
So we have, wait a minute. The original COVID strain was the Wuhan virus strain? Okay, so he's admitting that. So why couldn't you admit that sooner? Like, why is it that the science doesn't tell you that part of it, that he seemed to not want to talk about that for the longest time? The questions about things with Dr. Fauci, we come to find out on ABC over the weekend, this week, and Mary Bruce, who is saying something that a lot of us have been talking about behind the scenes.
It's really notable what the president is not doing in announcing his new COVID strategy for the winter this week. What he did not do was to say there's not going to be any lockdowns, there's not going to be any shutdowns.
Really? Okay. Well, during the campaign, he was talking about how he's going to shut down the virus, right? Not the country. We're going to shut down the virus. And as a matter of fact, it's the same president of the United States who was more than happy to tell everybody that, man, I'll tell you what, if you had the kind of deaths that this president at the time, President Trump, back in 2020 had with the vid, this person can't be president of the United States.
It's you hear nothing else I say tonight. Hear this. Anyone who's responsible for not taking control, in fact, not saying I take no responsibility initially, anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as president of the United States of America.
Hey, does that include you? So all of these things, the American people see. And Democrats know this. I know this, you know this, everybody knows this. So we get a glimmer of hope from the Supreme Court on specific cases and things that are going on and really speaking for a majority of the American people about where they stand when it comes to life. And the truth of the matter is that ultimately where it's going to end up. Is it going to end up that we're never going to see another abortion in the history of mankind in this country? No, not at all. We go to the place where people have been talking about this for a long time. For many people, it's unfortunate because they'd like to see the elimination of abortion. That would be a good thing. But no, it's not about whether or not this is an issue of it completely going away. It's going to go back to the states. And even Meet the Press, Chuck Todd, speaking with Senator Braun, Republican of Indiana, over the weekend, was trying to make this false equivalency. Here we go. Listen to the false equivalency here about the issue of vaccination and my body, my choice. I don't want to be vaccinated. What about the liberty of women? What about the pregnancy? And what about abortion? What about that?
Well, I want to ask, because one of the issues, look, I originally invited you on to talk about the vaccine mandate, and you're a vigorous opponent of the federal government's private sector vaccine mandate. And you're worried about the liberty of the unvaccinated. What about the liberty of the woman who doesn't want to carry a pregnancy to term? Why should the government force that? You don't want the government to force people to get a vaccine. You're essentially advocating for the government to force a woman to carry a pregnancy to term that she may not want to do.
You might try to create that as an issue of equivalency. I don't.
That's right. Exactly. You may want to make that the case, but we don't. I don't. That's not what this is. There's another life involved in that decision. You do realize, no, that's not what it is. You know, it's not the case at all, according to some. We can't even discuss that part. How about the liberty of the individual that's in that womb? No, that's not a person. Are you kidding me? No, we don't want to talk. But the point is, in all of this, is that there are things that we are seeing, things that we are hearing, expectations that we had from the medical community and from the NIH and the CDC and from Dr. Fauci that were never recognized or discovered because, I don't know, it almost feels political. But Dr. Fauci talked about how he's not political. We've got the CDC director who is saying, "What is this? Is this thing ever going to go away? Are we ever going to see a moment in time where maybe the vid's going to be gone? When do we see the end of this?"
Given the rate of vaccination in the United States and the indications that there are large groups holding out, delaying, or choosing not to get vaccinated, is the CDC's view and is its level of planning right now that this will not really be eradicated, that we have to deal with COVID and its mutations over really the multi-year long term?
You know, I think that we have seen now that this is likely to become an endemic disease.
This is going to be endemic, everybody. It's not going anywhere. It looks like more and more like this is going to be with us for a really, really long time. Now, do you think when she says that, do you think on the other side of that, the answer is, so we should live our lives and everything is going to be okay and we'll come up with therapies and we know what the vid is and isn't in the amount of deaths and hospital spaces and hospitalizations and cases and natural immunity. So now knowing all of this, let's get back to life. No. That's not what's on the other side of this. What's on the other side of that is more control, more people that are going to tell you that, no, we're going to have to start talking about masking up permanently. There is, was it a senator or is it someone in the House of Representatives? I think it's a House member in Oregon. So, take it for what it's worth, that are already talking about permanent masking. Like we need to, when you're indoors in the United States of America, we need to start talking about permanent masking. No. That's we're not going to talk about that. But they are, because of the control. Fauci was on with Neil Cavuto this weekend. And again, listen to this.
So what does the American public, to wrap things up, Doctor, have to look forward to or not here? Is the reality now, whatever happens with this variant, that it's going to be treated like the flu? We're going to always have it around. There are going to be annual shots, that sort of thing. How do you see this sorting out?
How do you see this playing out here?
Neil, I don't have a definitive answer because we cannot know. When you think about infectious diseases, you think about pandemic level, which we're at. Then you have a deceleration when the cases come down.
Hold on a second. We're not at pandemic level. What is he talking about? He knows we're not at pandemic level.
Then you have variable degrees of control. You can have elimination or you can have eradication. And as I've said so often, is that I don't think there's a chance you're going to eradicate this because we've only eradicated one virus for humans in history, and that's smallpox. Elimination is tough. We've eliminated polio from this country. We've eliminated measles from this country. And we've done it by very effective vaccination campaigns. I'm not so sure we're going to be able to do that, at least not in the near future. That's aspirational. So what I'm thinking about is control.
What I'm thinking about is control. Now, he's talking about controlling the virus. How do you control the virus? How do you suppose he's going to control the virus? Listen, the more we have information about what is and isn't the vid, the more we have information about what people do feel about what is and isn't life, when we have more people who are starting to discuss and talk about answers to the questions of our day, the things that we could actually do to help to make a difference when it comes to climate change. Is it man-made or it's not? I've got some answers on how we can help with climate change. If we brought all the industry back from China here to the United States and did the manufacturing here, we could have control over the way things are manufactured here, clean manufacturing that we can keep an eye on, as opposed to places like China where it would be a twofold an answer. One would be we would take away the control from China, which would mean that we wouldn't have the issues that we have right now when we're worried about getting products from China, and we wouldn't have to worry about China itself polluting the environment. And we would also have industry here in this country that would help us to thrive and grow, and jobs and manufacturing that we need to have. Boy, that takes care of two things with one fell swoop. Can we talk about that? We should be able to. But the more and more we start to see this and the information is out, the one thing is for sure. If the left is going to demagogue things, you're going to see situations popping up like khaki pants individuals marching in D.C., something unbelievably bizarre. Did you see that over the weekend? There were people that were marching in Washington, D.C., like wearing sweatshirts and khaki pants, and they were all covered, masked up. You couldn't see their faces. Blue jackets and these hats, marching, and then all of a sudden just disappearing, hopping into U-Haul trucks and disappear. It was really absurd. People looking at that and saying, hold on a second. This is a group that was called the Patriot Front. Nobody's ever heard of anything like a Patriot Front. Nobody knew that this was going down. Nobody had any idea that this was happening. But yet media was picking up on it like it was something that was radical. It was from the right. Really? This is another white supremacist issue, something that's happening. Nobody even knows what you're talking. It's almost like it's a setup. Not that anybody would ever do that, like in the government or anything, to make a setup look like it's conservatives or Republicans doing something outrageous in Washington, D.C. No, that would never happen. But it's really odd, especially when you have people hopping into U-Haul trucks, which would be really easy to find out who these people are. All you have to do is go to U-Haul and track down who rented the trucks. You could probably find out a whole lot, but that's too much for people to do. No cops. Nobody's around. You do that kind of thing because you're losing. You can't keep going to January 6th. You can't keep doing things like this. People are catching on. They see what's happening. You can't keep doing this. And I bring it up because Democrats are flailing right now. They are on the ropes, and it's a good thing because those policies that are out to destroy this country need to be stopped. I said it on Friday, and I'll say it again. I don't need to reach across an aisle to get along with a political party that is bent on the destruction of this country as we know it. I need to defeat those people politically. And then when they want to come back, then we can talk about how they're going to come back once the country is secure. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us here at Plumbing Nerds.
Plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now you've heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up. Anytime, day or night, if your plumbing's just not right, give us a call, we'll fix you up. Plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now you've heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up.
Plumbing Nerds.
You really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's True Steel. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now and imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Guess who has stocked shelves and is ready to help with all of your gift-giving needs? Naples Soap Company. Their inventory isn't stuck on a cargo ship or in a port because Naples Soap Company products are made right here in the USA. Stop by one of their 6 Southwest Florida stores for carefully curated gifts for everyone on your list. Or shop online and ship for free with orders over $50 at naplessoap.com. That's naplessoap.com. Naples Soap Company.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Donate your car today with 1-877 Cars for Kids. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights. Also on the web at carsforkids.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2021.
If you're moving, selling, or purchasing furniture and need help getting it home, there are a lot of moving companies to choose from. But wait, all moving companies are not created equal. Sure, if you're moving your college students' furniture, hiring young movers is fine. But if you're moving highly valued items, you need Rice's Moving and Transport. They meticulously pad wrap everything and secure your valuables and gently pack, transport, and set them up. Rice's Moving and Transport employs skilled professional movers who respect your belongings, not just young hunks who can lift heavy things. Moving is stressful enough. Don't stress about hiring the right moving company. Here's what Teresa in Naples said about Rice's Moving and Transport. I was so impressed when your moving crew came to my home. They politely introduced themselves by name. Seemed small, but it made an impression. When you need help moving, trust Rice's Moving and Transport. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
If you're like most people, you're probably more than a little concerned about the state of the world around us today. Strange times. The stock market all-time highs every day. U.S. debt never been higher right now. Dollars losing value. And let's not forget about inflation, the highest since 2008. Remember what happened in 2008. So, how do you protect your money, your retirement, your savings? Well, many people, just like you, are turning to Old Faithful to protect themselves during these difficult times. And Old Faithful is real gold and silver from the Oxford Gold Group, the kind you can actually hold in your hands and have in your IRA. No better time than the present to protect your future and the future of your family. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-928-GOLD. They will send you their free guide on investing in gold and silver and answer all of your questions. Protect your money before things get even worse out there. Call the Oxford Gold Group today at 833-928-GOLD. Oxford is here to help you protect your savings and retirement. That's 833-928-GOLD.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The 15-year-old suspect in last week's school shooting in Michigan and his parents are in the same jail, unable to communicate with each other. Fox's Steve Harrigan.
It took a manhunt to bring those parents back to arraign them. Now each of them face counts of involuntary manslaughter. The son is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. Bond has been set for the parents at $500,000 each, a high bond because there's a real fear of flight risk.
The parents' attorneys deny they gave their son free access to a gun. A cruise ship with at least 17 coronavirus cases on board after a trip to South America is docked in New Orleans.
That's when departing passengers learned people who were on board had tested positive for COVID-19.
It would have been nice to have known, we would have taken maybe a few more precautions.
The cruise line insists those who are positive showed no symptoms, but will quarantine.
Fox's Evan Brown. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Still dealing with widespread fog across much of southwest Florida, especially across Charlotte and Lee counties this morning, so be extra cautious on the morning drive. State Road 31 south of Vermont Road is blocked off and backed up for miles because of a deadly crash from early this morning. So if you have to head that direction, you'll want to avoid 31 altogether. You could take 75 or 41 to head between Charlotte and Lee counties this morning. US 17 will take you eastbound, westbound to avoid Vermont Road as well, or to get on Vermont to the west of State Road 31. We also have a crash getting cleared at Daniels Parkway and State Road 82. Off to the right-hand side, right near the intersection, you'll still see some deputies out there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some fog this morning, we will continue to deal with a mix of sun and clouds for today, with the fog lifting out, revealing partly cloudy conditions as we head into this afternoon. We could be looking at a few showers working their way through our inland zones throughout the day. Temperatures will be back near 83 degrees. We keep it quiet as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with lows only set to cool into the middle 60s waking up. We're back to 83 by your Tuesday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds with dry conditions persisting through your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Highs will remain in the middle 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
This is a message from Men's Health Partners. You've heard us on the radio, you've watched our commercials on TV, and you've seen us in the newspaper, so you know what we do. We are a men's health facility and are licensed providers specializing in treating erectile dysfunction, Peyronie's disease, low testosterone, and, well, you get it, all the things that a man needs to get that mojo back. That's what we do, all day, every day. And while you were just listening to our ads, we've been busy helping other men restore their happy, healthy life. While you were only watching our commercials, these men took action, met with our providers, and solved their problem. Now they have intimacy back, and life is better than ever. Guys, don't wait until it's too late. And ladies, don't let your man put it off another day. Do something about it now.
To speak with a care professional immediately, call 317-7777 or menshealthpartners.com. 317-7777.
Get up and go now.
so you can go tonight.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right.
Video clips of the day. Listen, we got a lot to get to. We're going to get to our final numbers of 10,000 for the troops coming up as well, so get ready for that. Top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
And Deborah Rutter, thank you, and members of the board and all the supporters of the Kennedy Center. It's wonderful to see Speaker Pelosi. I'm mildly prejudiced. I think she's the finest speaker in the history of the country.
Sorry.
A true, genuine champion of the arts. A true, genuine champion of the arts.
A true, genuine champion of the arts. It was Joe Biden yesterday, President of the United States, Kennedy Center honor, is saying that Nancy Pelosi's here. Hey, the greatest speaker ever. Okay. And then great with the arts. The art of being able to cram small packages of ice cream into a very, very expensive freezer. Is that the art we're talking about? Or
Number 4.
Are you okay? I'm okay. I have a test every day to see a COVID test. I have it checking for all the strands. What I have is a 1.5-year-old grandson who had a cold who likes to kiss his pop. And he'd been kissing anyway, so... but it's just a cold.
Okay, so we'd be kissing his, well, anyway, it's just a cold. All right, so there you go. He's okay. With Peter Doocy on Friday asked the president, listen, you're all right? Your voice, it sounds really bad. No, he's good. He gets tested every day. He has a COVID test every single day. Well, all right, maybe not every single day. All right, I'm not saying that they had to walk back a lie that Biden said. He wasn't getting tested every day for COVID. He's only been tested 3 times that week. I know it's come on, you're stretching, you're reaching now, Drew. Biden doesn't lie that much. Yeah, he does.
Number 3.
In just a moment, when you couch it as getting the vaccine or lose your job, and we talked about it the other day, well, you got the ability to be tested weekly. In certain parts of the country, those are one and the same, along with the ultimatum that goes along with how this was done through OSHA. And what other issue does this draw us into down the road, unrelated to where you have the heavy hand of government? Here, I'm saying on the abortion issue, take it back to the states where I think the Constitution intended it to be.
Yeah, for everybody freaking out that's thinking, oh boy, if there's a decision, Roe v. Wade decision, and the Supreme Court's going to make a decision on the Mississippi case on abortion, and abortion's going to disappear from the face of the planet. Yeah, it's not going to, although I would like to see that happen, but it's not going to happen. Just like Senator Braun there from Indiana said, listen, you might try to create this as an equivalency of something like Chuck Todd said earlier, which is you're worried about the liberty of the unvaccinated. What about the liberty of a woman who doesn't want to carry a pregnancy to term? And he's like, no, it's not the same equivalency. And oh, by the way, it's not going to go away. It's going to go back to the states where the Constitution would like it to be. And that would be a decision of the states. So let's not get carried away at this moment, okay?
Number 2.
And I think, and this is a time when the media needs to see what we see, take history into account. What he's doing there is not normal. It is not what 20 other some odd states are doing. It is different. And people are starting to call it DeSantistan. He is setting up something down there that ain't right. And people need to pay attention to it.
People are starting to call Florida DeSantistan? Really? Oh, yeah, that's right. So the governor last week was saying, hey, we should have a revival of the Florida State Guard. It was dissolved in 1947. Maybe get some money to bring some folks in so that they can help with hurricane or flooding, maybe disasters. We would be able to crack down on riots or policing, enforcement and policing protests, right? So that would be a good thing, a positive that we would use. And there's MSNBC and Joy Reid who's suggesting that somehow it's like DeSantistan, that he's going to be using these troops as like stormtroopers that are going to come in and rule with an iron fist over the people of Florida. No. That's what you would do if you had a Marxist like you that was running the state of Florida. Maybe that's your thinking. That's not what this governor is thinking, and everybody knows it.
Number 1.
I've never been prouder in my life than to have been the Republican nominee for President of the United States.
As the 1996 Republican nominee, Bob Dole came as close as he ever would to winning the presidency, a dream he chased 3 times. He made his concession speech in Russell, Kansas, to the people who had known him since his birth there in 1923. World War II took Dole from Kansas to Italy, and just before the end of the war, Nazi machine gun fire shattered his upper body and destroyed his right shoulder.
It was about 11 months, I think, before I could feed myself. I think I could have done it, frankly, to be very honest about it, probably at 8 months, but the nurses were very attractive.
After his recuperation, Russell elected Dole to 4 terms as county prosecutor. And in 1961, its voters sent him to the House of Representatives and re-elected him there 4 times.
Just some of the reporting from Fox News on the passing of former senator and presidential candidate Bob Dole this weekend at the age of 98.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
And I will make mention of this, the passing of Bob Dole, a couple of different things that I wanted to mention this morning. One of them was certainly his service to this country. Certainly was the fact that he was somebody who loved this country. Certainly somebody who there served, as you just heard in that report, was there in Italy in 1944, attempting to rescue an army radio man. He got caught in a German machine gun attack that cost him a kidney, shattered his right shoulder, damaged his neck and spine, leaving him temporarily paralyzed from the neck down. He obviously survived those injuries and recovered enough to begin that political career that we all know about, and championing work of veterans and the disabled, and that moment in time where he stood up in the passing of George H.W. Bush, stood up from his wheelchair and gave that teary-eyed salute to the deceased president. Just remarkable to see. But 2 things, not only, certainly as that piece said, his wit and some of the things that he would do and talk the way he talked. A lot of people have asked me to please play the clip of Bob Dole and Norm Macdonald, both of whom are no longer with us now. A week after Dole lost in 1996 from Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you've heard this before. Again, Bob Dole and the wit of Bob Dole.
You're really doing an impression of Dan Aykroyd when he does an impression of me. You know it, and I know it, and the American people know it.
Come on now, Senator. It's a great impression. Listen to this. Come November 5th, a lot of people are going to be surprised by Bob Dole because Bob Dole's going to win this election.
Doesn't sound a thing like me. First of all, I don't run around saying Bob Dole does this and Bob Dole does that. That's not something Bob Dole does.
And certainly that is something that makes people smile and remember. But there's also the other side, and one that I've witnessed, and one that many other people have, and his love and respect for Honor Flight. and how many people who have had the honor to be on an honor flight know this full well, and how for the longest time, and people still talk about it. I remember getting off the plane twice and making our way with our heroes, our veterans who served in World War II and Korea and Vietnam and others, and who made their way to their memorials in Washington, D.C., and Bob Dole was there to greet every single one. Just recently as the last flight, always there. And somebody you could count on to be there, well into his 90s, spending Saturdays greeting veterans who flew in. And that we are losing the greatest generation each and every day. We are losing many veterans, heroes, who we will not get the opportunity to hear from them specifically any longer, but it will be our words and our passing on of the greatest generation and who they were and what they did. And you know, certainly at a time when we need it, that we would just pray that we would have individuals who would step up the way the greatest generation did, and in service to this country and in protection of the Constitution and the lives that we hold dear living in this country. Will it be that way in the future? I don't know. But I do know that we certainly need to be able to speak to our family and friends and loved ones and kids to explain to them what that generation did and what that looks like. And someone like Bob Dole, who did serve this country in many ways, and how it is important to recognize that. And one of the reasons why we together recognize the men and women serving overseas this time of year with 10,000 for the troops. And we cannot thank you enough for coming together as a community to do this once again, to have us be able to get those cards out to our men and women serving. Kim Gade and everybody over at Lee Health doing just an incredible job, the volunteers. Kim is with us right now as we get ready to unveil the final numbers coming up in just a second. But before we do, first of all, Kim, good morning. Thank you so much again for the work that you all are doing there and vetting the cards and getting them ready. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Drew. We're doing good. We're a little bit tired, but we are doing good. And also, like what you just said, we do want to thank our volunteers for vetting the cards as well as the community for writing the cards. We did have one 80-something-year-old man wrote a special letter for every card that he had in his box, telling the youngsters about his time when he served in the military.
Oh, that is...
So those, and every card, every letter written was different.
Wow. That is
so
incredible.
It took some time.
Wow, and that is that's what I'm talking about, Kim. It's that dedication. It's that those individuals, that special just moment that is something that you can't explain. It's just one of those things that happens organically when people have this feeling about the men and women who serve this country. That we hope, like I just described, that we would see certainly leading into the future, but a generation that really does know what it means and that dedication, right?
Right.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So are you ready to do this right now? I mean, are you ready to give us a number? Are you prepared?
We are.
Wait, well, don't do it yet because I got to give a drum roll. I got to make this special. Before, all right, so before you do, is there anything else you want to say before we give our final count?
I want to thank Mel's for their hospitality.
Yes, Mel's Diner, yes.
We went in every Sunday morning and picked up the cards, and they were so excited to get the cards and help us load the cards up. They have just been wonderful.
Yeah, they were certainly fantastic, as well as the community for mailing them in. And by the way, if anybody is thinking that the cards may not get there in time, or they missed out on that opportunity, or there are a couple of cards that kind of creeped in a little late, we've got a way to use these cards. Do not feel like they're ever going to waste. They certainly are not. We have lots of ways to use them even after the fact. So just to be sure of that, right?
Well, in our July box, it's always Christmas in July.
Right.
So they get more Christmas cards in July.
Right.
And they're not even expecting them. But they get a hat, they get candy canes.
Yep.
Just something to make their box a little bit different.
Right. And you do that, and that is so awesome. So to not think for 1 second that anything is, there is no such thing as waste. We don't, that's not happening at all. So, all right, here we go. Jake and Jake, give me the drum roll. Here we go. All right, Jake and Jake, he's got it. Kim, give us the number this year.
55,451.
55,451. Yes. Oh, that is that is incredible. We've done it once again. We got to raise it. I'll tell you what. We say 10,000, but boy, we certainly come through with more each year. 55,000 plus. That is an incredible number. Thanks to you, Southwest Florida. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. That is absolutely fantastic. You've done it again. And Kim, you've done it again as well. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you and all your help and the volunteers. And it really is something what you're doing there. So thank you. And we'll talk about, by the way, is there anything coming up that you wanted to talk about before we go?
Well, actually, we have our Wreaths Across America. That we have been doing fundraising all throughout the year so we can place a wreath on our veterans' graves. The next day or so, if they want to check the Lee Health Military Support Program on Facebook, we'll have the date is December 18th. Times at the cemeteries are different because some of them are going to place the wreath and then have the ceremony. And then some of the other cemeteries are going to have the ceremony exactly at 12 and then place the wreath.
All right.
But we have that coming up. Yep. We have the week of Christmas. We have our honey baked ham sale outside the freezer truck at all 4 locations. Our webpage and our Facebook page will have that posted pretty soon. But, it's just been a wonderful time this year.
Yeah.
We help our veterans and our military. We have supporters in the community that adopt them. So I don't know what the number is yet for how many families or how many kids, but last year we had 25 families and 48 kids.
Wow.
So we make sure that our veterans and our active military, their kids are taken care of.
That is awesome. All right, so the military support group at Lee Health, go to their Facebook page. Just you can just in the search, you can type that in and you'll be able to find them and find out more of what they're doing and all the things that we just described. We certainly will let people know throughout the week as well, Kim. I appreciate
that would be
you.
Wonderful.
Yep, absolutely. You got it. 55,000 plus. We did it again. We so appreciate you, Southwest Florida. Kim, thanks. We appreciate you as well. All the best.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
All right, it is Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along, and 55,000 plus. How about that? Unbelievable. All right, let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Well, after some fog this morning, that will continue to lift out, revealing a partly cloudy sky for this afternoon as temperatures push back to 83 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility moving from south to north across some of our inland zones, but most of us should remain dry. We keep it that way as we head into tonight. Tuesday morning could be featuring some fog yet again, with a mix of sun and clouds for the afternoon and another high near 83 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right